Flordy.
What up, Brandon?
This is weird, huh?
Very weird.
Yeah. It's cool though.
I'm gonna have to ask you, like, you have to stop me if I talk too fast and with my accent, okay?
What accent is that?
Filipino.
She is a Filipino from Chicago.
Yes. Chi-town.
Chi-town. That's what's up. Well, today we are talking relocation. We're talking about what it's like to move into a new city, not know anyone, get your roots again. And a lot of our homeowners that we work with are actual relocation clients from different parts of the country.
Right.
So one of the things we're noticing is that they really want to get plugged in immediately. And it's one of the reasons why they buy in the neighborhoods they buy, or they buy in the school districts they buy in, because they want to be connected to families and people like-minded. So let's talk about this. Let's talk about your history a little bit. So you moved here from Chicago.
Yes.
You are a full-time pharmaceutical sales.
Yes, sir.
Don't hate her because she sells for the big P.
Yeah, I'm in
Which one's that again?
So, my product or my company?
Yeah, with product.
Oh, vaccine. All types of vaccine. COVID, pneumonia, RSV.
Pfizer.
Yes, sir.
Pfizer. So you are in full-time pharmaceutical sales. You part-time real estate agent.
Yes.
Full-time gangster.
Hell yeah.
Full-time Pinoy.
Pinoy, yes.
Yeah. Okay. So that's cool. So talk to me about that. So you're from Chicago.
So I'm from Chicago. I lived there for 17 years. I got relocated to Houston, Texas, which I never imagined I'm going to be here, because then I never thought I'm going to live in Texas. I thought it's going to be somewhere in San Francisco or San Diego. But then they said, "Hey, no, you're moving to Houston." So in my head, I'm like, I don't even know what's Houston, if I'm being honest. What's in Houston? So and I know a lot of Filipinos in Chicago are like, most of my friends,
There's
know
Filipino people in Chicago.
a lot of Filipino gang there, not gang, but community. Sorry.
Gang.
No, and then I told my friends, and they were like, I am not sure about Houston, but we know about Austin. Well, maybe because of I'm part of the LGBTQ community as well, so we know Austin more than Houston, Dallas, Fort Worth.
Sure.
Yeah. So I got scared because I don't know anything about Houston until I got here in Houston.
So what was the first thing you did when you got to Houston? Like, where did you go explore?
Okay, so nobody helped me. Like, my company helped me a little bit, like finances, to relocate, but they never helped me or offer any assistance when it comes to real estate.
Sure.
So I navigated that through Google. And I don't have Chat GPT before.
Good old Google.
I Googled and YouTube. So I asked myself, like, where do I want to live? Like, what's the capital? I mean, what's in Houston where I feel safe, or where I would belong?
Yeah.
My lifestyle.
Yeah. Where are your people? Where's your tribe?
Yes. So Montrose. Google said go to Montrose.
Yeah.
Live in Montrose. So I saw all. So by the way, my territory is the medical center. So I checked medical center area, Bracewood, those area, and I'm like, it looks boring.
Yeah.
If I'm being honest.
No,
So I'm
definitely. It's a little bit different out there because like you got that stretch from like once Memorial hits.
Yeah.
And that Memorial area like picks up a lot, but there's some other areas where there's not a lot going on. And you talk about Montrose, like Montrose is popping every night,
Yes.
or even like if it was me, mind you, also your tribe's a little bit more in Montrose, but like me, if I was moving to the city and I was like a young professional again, I'm getting a little bit older now, but if I was a young professional again, I'd probably end up somewhere in Edo.
Oh yeah, I didn't even know about Edo. So Google, it says, because I just put in there like, what do I want, what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
So I want like a little bit of like high rise, if I want that lifestyle. High rise, close to the park because I have a dog.
Yeah.
And also close to downtown, and also not that far from medical center. So Montrose is the best for me.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely. Okay, so you found Montrose. You started to find your people there. You started to talk about like activities and things like that. So tell me more about that. Like, did you find activities that worked for you? Like, were
Yes.
there meetups, hiking, or I guess not hiking because we're in Houston, but like did y'all go out at night, walk together?
So of course I don't know anybody in here. So what I did, I signed up for like events and adventure.
Yeah.
Time left. I don't know if you've heard of time left. It's like meeting strangers, 5 strangers every Wednesday or Friday.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yes. So that's how I actually
And
started.
terrifying. I just want to clarify. That's super terrifying. Like,
That's how I started networking.
Sure.
So I started going out with stranger people because I don't have a stranger danger with me.
the
I don't know
rest
if
of the
I should
team's
say
sitting
that
in the
or
room
not.
right now, and I just want you to know that, like, look, we check everyone. When we get a phone number, we make sure you're not a criminal before we meet you to show you home. So Flordy's the first to get murdered on the team.
Oh my God! I have baby Jesus now, and God, no,
I got God and anime on my side. That's all I need.
and a knife, Filipino knife.
Yeah.
It's
In
butter.
Texas, we carry guns. Stay strapped.
Oh gosh, yeah. So yeah, that's how I started networking, and then so also Montrose is very diverse, not just for the LGBTQ family. I started volunteering, meeting people, and they started to invite me. Maybe it's also my personality that I'm easy to be invited.
Dude, your mom cooks bomb ass food too, so that's
All the
part of it.
time.
Like, if you just bring your friends food, they will be like, when can we move in? Like,
My mom bribes my friends with food. So
yeah, but exactly. So, like, you start meeting people and you start finding who your people are, but you didn't have that.
Nope.
Like, you didn't have a compass to tell you where to
Nope.
go. I think that's such a cool thing about what we do in the real estate profession is we give them an opportunity to show them what that's like. I think every consult we do, I pull up a Google map to show them the different areas. Like, if you want to live in Katy, that's suburbia. Right, you want to go to
Right.
Cypress? That's suburbia. You want to go to Spring
Sugarland,
Woodlands,
yeah.
Sugarland. But I also talk about the food, the culture, right? Like, you talk about Montrose, and we can talk about this because you're Filipino. But Bel Air has every type of Southeast Asian food out there,
yes,
and even Sugarland too. Sugarland has a big Middle Eastern culture out there, amazing food. You have so much of that out here, but like people don't know that. People don't know when they're like,
Correct.
oh God, I have to move to Houston. It's 98 degrees today and it's humid. They don't know we have one of the best cultures. We have such a melting pot of peoples and people
Diverse.
groups. It's so diverse. The food slaps out here. Straight up, food slaps. Like, your mom cooks and that food slaps, but like, if you go to Sinsin or Tantan off Bel Air, I'm telling you,
Sinsin.
or Tantan,
We've been there.
okay? Some of the best. It's walnut shrimp with the mayonnaise on it. Ooh.
Making me hungry.
But you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
when I come to a place, like, I was just in San Francisco visiting family, and all I did was look where I should go to eat in Benicia when we were visiting some friends, and East Bay and doing things like, and I grew up out there. But like, everything's on the internet. But if I'm moving out there, I want someone to tell me what neighborhood I should be in,
Yes.
where I should go eat, where the grocery store is, where the car mechanic is, right? That's our job as real estate professionals. And I feel like we do a pretty good job of that when we sit down with people. But it's cool hearing it from your perspective because you relocated here.
Yes.
You were that person who didn't have someone tell them, hey, this is what's up. Because Houston's freaking huge, y'all. Like, if you look at the map, Houston's an hour away from Houston. And it's crazy. And I think more people should be, especially in the real estate profession, should be willing to tell people what's going on in the areas they want to move to.
Exactly.
Because if someone says, I want to move to Katy, I'm like, why?
Why? Yeah.
Poor K. And they're like, oh, because I heard the schools are good. I'm like, you like traffic?
heard.
Are you from LA? No, I'm from rural Kansas. You ain't wanting to move to Katy then. Let's put you in Belleville. Let's put you in Montgomery, Willis, Conroe, right? Let's get you somewhere that's a little more close to home. A lot of people hear these areas and they're like, oh, that's so great. And it's like, well, yeah, it's good, but here's what's going to go on here. And I think just knowing those areas, like, I don't know Montrose.
Exactly.
I don't know any of the bars out there. But if you have a young medical professional moving out here, I bet you can name off 3 bars that they should go to every
Oh
Friday
yes.
night.
It depends on what they want. I
Right.
always give them like, what is the most important for you?
Do you want
Give
the
me top
neighborhood
3.
bar
Yes.
or the non-neighborhood bar? They have both in Montrose. You want to go to Washington? In my college years, my brother worked on Washington, and we'd go down there and go. Hey, I mean, he used to rock it down there 3, 4 in the morning every weekend. I'm like,
Gosh.
but the crazy thing is Houston's so big, you have so much of that.
True.
But as a professional, you have that awesome opportunity to guide people there and tell them that.
Yes. Especially medical professional because that's
Yeah.
where I work.
So let me ask you this: if you have someone moving here, are you going to tell them to move to the medical center, or are you going to try to move them somewhere else? Like, where would you go if you were moving someone?
First off, it depends. My number one for me is like asking them, what are you looking for in a place, like aside from work, because mental health and lifestyle is very important too.
Yeah.
Do you want action? You want a city vibe or you want like a suburbs vibe?
Yeah.
Those are my top 3 questions. But it's not just limited to like Montrose. Um, Now that I know a little bit more of like Houston,
Yeah.
the part of Houston, so it depends.
Sure. Yeah, we have some clients that live in Conroe, and they're medical professionals, and they work in the Woodlands. They didn't want to be right next to the hospital. They wanted to be a little more in the suburbs. Their kid could grow up and enjoy that because they got 3 or 4-year-old now. Kids growing up.
See?
So
Exactly.
I agree with that. I think that it's case by case. It's different strokes for different folks. But the reality is that you have such a cool opportunity to guide people home.
Yes, sir.
And also I think unless you're like a traveling nurse, most people, they're going to be there for a few years, and they should really enjoy it. They should know what's nearby. We have a ton of parks, everything's walking distance once you get inside Houston. It's not outside of Houston.
Right.
I'm not walking from our office here in Cypress all the way back home to Hockley. That ain't happening.
No.
But like if I'm inside Houston, then I can probably walk from like a condo to like Minute Maid
Oh,
within reason.
Reasonable. Yeah.
I just hear Tony in the back. I'm not walking from Midtown to Edo. But the reality is that there's going to be people moving all the time. It's actually one of the things that fuels our economy here. It keeps us recession proof. People are always moving here. Hospitality's big out here. Medical, oil and gas. So what would you say to people who don't really know a lot about Houston? They want to move here. They're going to relocate. Like they might have to. It might not even be an option. What are you saying to them in terms of what's the best way to figure out what's best for them?
Let's talk.
Fire. Yes.
Let's talk. Tell me what you want. Tell me how can I help you? Because for me, it became personal because going back, now I'm realizing when I moved here, nobody helped me. Zero. I don't know anybody. So I'm like, it's so scary that I have to like Google all the time.
Yeah.
And then Google will route me to I just don't want to go to bar or clubbing, I want to meet like people, like interaction. So
I was gonna say, are you the old cat lady now? Like, I just want to go home with my cat.
yeah, and no. So if you're really really serious about where do you want to like live or lease, let's talk. Because they can just Google it, Brandon. They can just like chat GPT. There's YouTube now. There's TikTok now, right? But if you're really serious about this, I can give you free service of like letting you know what giving you service about.
Well, it's experience too, because like you went through this. I think there's so many people that are moving here that like have not gone through this before. Maybe this is their first time relocating with their oil and gas company or medical field or whatever. They've never done this before. Young people, they don't know what they're doing. And they always, reach out to someone, hey, can you tell me? Or they'll talk to a coworker. I hear that a lot. Oh, I talked to my coworker said I should live here. And it's like, why?
Why? Yeah, why?
Wait, what? Like that's
First off, how did you know about this neighborhood?
Yeah.
Like, what do you know about this neighborhood?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Okay, so Flordy, I think the most common thing here is get with a professional. Talk to a professional who's done it before, who's relocated. I've relocated, you've relocated. I'm from California, you're from Chicago. Tony on our team has relocated from California as well. A lot of relocation.
Yes.
We're experts at it. Talk to someone who's a professional. If people want to talk to you about relocating to the Houston area from Narnia, Whoville, wherever, how do they do that? How do they get a hold of you?
My email and then my phone number. And
okay.
SSGH.
What's your Instagram handle?
Flordy P_real.
One of these days, people are going to know their Instagram handles before they get on the podcast.
No, and then my phone number, and I'm like Flordy@ssghtx.com.
Cool. That's the best way.
Yes.
Email Flordy@ssghtx.com.
Yes.
She will help you relocate. She might cook you some lumpia as your closing gift. Who knows? She might throw you a party. We don't even know. She might take you to the hood. We'll find out on the next episode.
Yes, sir.
I love it. Okay, if you want to know anything about relocating in the Houston area, you can reach out to Flordy@ssghtx.com or our team at SSGHTX on all platforms, and we will see you on the next one.